Good morning, everyone. Happy to have you here. Yay, day two. Hello, hello. All right, nice to see your bright faces this morning. Oh, so today the topic is breath and the empowered voice. So before we delve into the meditation this morning, I just want to talk a little bit about the breath itself. And when you're singing, like singing, speaking, the whole mechanism of the voice, the breath is what makes everything move, right? Like, so when you're singing, it's what I always like to call, it's a little bit like cross training for the diaphragm, which is this muscle in the body. And singing is the opposite action of what you do for pranayama, or even a different action than breath work, which are all valid practices. But it's really important to keep in mind with singing, you want to think that the out breath is expansive. The out breath is still expanding as opposed to coming in. So there's sometimes this idea that when you're singing, then you're deflating, but actually when you're singing, you're continuing to expand and expand the capacity of the lungs. And so if you just think that the diaphragm is this thin muscle that controls the lungs, and it's a voluntary and involuntary muscle. We don't have to think about working to breathe most of the time, but we can be empowered by the breath. We can shift things from the breath. And the diaphragm is literally located at the base of the rib cage and goes all the way underneath the rib cage. And you can feel it a little bit if you just put your fingers right here in the divot underneath your sacrum, or sorry, this is not your sacrum, your sternum. Like it's 7 a.m. So you just want to stick your fingers right in here and just breathe for a minute into these fingers. See if you can direct the breath right there, and you see that there's the movement of that muscle. So when you are on the out breath, and we talk about the empowered breath, this is the solar plexus. This is your center of empowerment, your center of courage. It's where all of that comes from in the body. So often when you collapse in, or you see people when they're collapsed in, they're not really connected to their power. So when you sing, it's not this where you're sticking it out. It's a lengthening of the abdomen, a lengthening of the diaphragm, an opening and expansion. So as we go through the meditation today, I just want you to keep in mind this, that when you breathe in, that the expansion is the entire lower body. And you also can imagine that the armpits are relaxing, and you're creating some space underneath the armpits so that the shoulders are relaxed, the neck is relaxed. And this is where that empowerment comes in, is when you're living from this full centered place in the center of your body. So just to keep that in mind today, that this is where that empowerment comes from whenever you're breathing. And again, like I said, breath work is an awesome practice, and pranayama is an awesome practice. They're much more like where the breath work is the or the and you're breathing in and out through the mouth. It's a different thing that's happening to the body when you're doing breath work. And so when you're doing pranayama, often you're pulling the mula bandha up and in. So you're pulling this energy up and in. Then if you do that with singing, you actually cut off your breath. So I just want you to keep that in mind when I talk in the meditation about expanding the breath. It's about being open and relaxed. So you're expanding, the in-breath is expanding the lower body. And then on the out breath, it's as if you think of somebody when they're throwing a ball, like if you've ever thrown a baseball, for example, and you breathe in, when you throw the ball, the belly actually goes out in the power. It doesn't come in, if you pay attention to that, or when you do any kind of athletic swing. So this is where you actually can really access that power within your body. And we talked a little bit yesterday about being grounded in the manifestation principles of being grounded in the body. So this is another layer of being grounded in the body and the breath. And so with that in mind, we'll invite you to go ahead and close your eyes as we delve in. And you are just going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe out, making just a gentle breath sound. So you're breathing in through the nose, expanding the entire lower body. And then on the out breath, like a little bit of a sh sound. And notice if you run out of air very quickly. Notice if you have more breath than you thought that you did. And now breathing in again through the nose. And on the out breath, when you imagine that the lower body is continuing to expand rather than contract. It might feel a little strange to you. So that breathing in through the nose, expanding the entire lower body, the lower back, the rib cage, the abdomen, and then on the out breath, a continuing to engage and expand the lower back, the abdomen, the diaphragm. And if the body feels like it wants to adjust or move a little bit, you can notice. Sometimes if I practice this, I might even feel one of my vertebrae crack a little bit or readjust itself. So just allowing these micro movements in the body, this is a way the voice and the breath can start to heal inside of you. So we're just going to do a couple more minutes of this, just really allowing yourself to drop deep. So now taking this deep breath in through the nose, expanding through the entire lower body. And then on the out breath, keeping that expansion, engaging the diaphragm, continuing to let it move out, while allowing the shoulders to relax, the neck to stay in alignment and relaxed. And as you continue doing this for these next 2 minutes, notice how this feels. Notice if it feels like a struggle. And be okay with that for now. Shifting the breath in this way can feel very challenging if you haven't done this before. So you're just allowing this deep breath in. And then the and you keep pushing that muscle out. You keep engaging it up until the breath ends. This is like a preparation for singing. One more minute of this, really going to your capacity. I know it's early in the morning for some of us, but just allowing this expansion to continue to open. breath, the and you can allow now maybe 2 or 3 more of these breaths, allowing the micro releases, allowing the micro movements to happen. And then coming again to a place of stillness, and just back to your normal breathing. Notice if the breath has slowed down. Notice what feels activated in your system. This is actually a really good breath to do in the morning when you get ready to start your day, just to activate your power, to activate some energy and vitality in your system. And we're going to go back and do one more round of this breath. And instead of just doing the shh on the out breath, you're going to move to a note, and it can be any note that feels good to you. So you're just breathing in, and then a shh. Then you can come on any note that you would like to. Doesn't have to be the same note that I'm singing. Remembering to keep the expansion on the out breath. So you're breathing in. And just allowing that energy to move through your system. In through the nose, expanding the abdomen, the lower back, the rib cage. Continuing to expand as you move the breath out. So you continue the expansion in all of those areas on the out breath. And you can just make any other noises that are moving through, anything else that wants to release today. We'll just do another minute or two of this. So breathing in. Wants to come through this space today to start your vitality off this morning. One more minute of this, breathing in, expansion. And on the out breath, continuing to expand that energy. Almost to the point where you just feel the muscles engaging in the lower body. The rest of the muscles on the top stay more relaxed and receptive, open. or two more. Breathing in. Then coming again to a place of stillness, noticing how you feel. Notice what might be activated in the body. And then bring to mind, as you allow this dropping in now to your center of power, allowing this part in the breath, continuing to keep your eyes closed for this moment. You find yourself in a memory where you felt powerful. It could be when you were younger, it could be something recent, it could be something that happened 5 years ago. It doesn't really matter the time frame, just whatever comes to you. Just remember what that felt like. You felt in alignment, strong, centered, able to do your work in the world. Or maybe it was athletics. Maybe you excelled in a sport or gymnastics, and you felt really powerful in that moment. So just pulling that energy and like breathing it in. What did that feel like in that moment? And just in this moment of really breathing in that energy, dropping into this space where you know that that feeling state is there. You can access it. It's present in your system already. This sense of powerfulness. Now just letting that memory fade. Bring yourself to a place in your life right now where you might be having difficulty accessing your power. And notice how you feel about it. Notice anything that comes up around that feeling of powerlessness. And you are fully aware that the only way to feel that same level of power within yourself is to be 100% in your own voice. And allow this feeling that we just conjured from a past memory to come back into your space in the present moment of this place in your life where you feel powerless. And allow this feeling of powerfulness to be part of this experience. Understanding that even if it's a situation that you can't actually change, you can change how you feel. And that alone is empowerment. That's the definition of empowerment. Having the tool and the ability to welcome in and choose the feeling state that you reside in around that particular thing in your life. And as you allow those other feelings of empowerment in, you can begin to put it now into the actual vibration of your singing voice. So bringing that exercise of the sha back in, so bringing it in, breathing in, expanding through the lower body, and then sha. Soft feels good to you, on whatever note feels good to you. Sha, 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 sha. And just allow that energy to move. If other sounds want to come out other than the sha, you can let that come out too. Making sure you stay expanded as the voice begins to express itself fully. Is expressing itself today. It might be super loud and boisterous, but it might also be quiet. Powerfulness does not always mean loud. Powerfulness can also mean being quiet, being in your own space, finding your power within, so that when you go out into the external world, you carry this energy with you. So allowing that your own personal definition of what it means to feel powerful to be in this space too. Slowly bringing this to a close. Just coming back to your breath and notice your shifts. Notice anything that's shifted in the body. Anything that's shifted in your mind. Realizing that this empowered place of activating your voice comes from this type of expansive breathing, from the breath, from the use of the whole body. All of the chakras, 7 areas of the body, are in alignment. when you're singing from this place of empowerment. Just taking in again this gratitude for yourself for showing up today. To allow this energy of empowerment into your body, into your breath, into your voice, into your being. And taking just 3 last breaths together, breathing in through the nose. Taking a moment to bring your hands to your heart center, and just rubbing your palms together for a moment. Just really grounding this energy for your day as you activated all your vitality and the breath. And then put this energy anywhere where you would like it on you. Like, I'm just gonna put it for me over my heart center, put it on your head, put it on your legs, wherever you feel like you need a little extra love in this moment. Whew. Oh, and I really just thank all of you for being here today. And I wanted to just share that, so since this is a 5-day meditation, that I wanted to share with all of you that I'm working with the endocrine system also, and the bowls I'm using every day. Yesterday was C sharp and today is D sharp, and I'm going to be moving up what is called in music the pentatonic scale, and that works directly on the endocrine system and the nervous system. So there is the subtlety too of the bowl that I'm playing each day is bringing us up through the entire body as well. So the D sharp bridges the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra. So this is bridging us into our power center. And so it's very intentional also which bowls I'm choosing to play each day. So I just wanted to give you that awareness as well. So if you're feeling different things that are moving with the sound of the bowl each day, it's because I am literally moving up the scale of the endocrine system in the body. And we started on the root with the C sharp of the bridge of the root to the sacral chakra, and now moving upwards in the body, and then we'll be moving up each day. And so I just wanted to let you know that was the intentions behind it. And I love seeing all your faces. I'm excited for today at 6 o'clock for those of you that can make it. Beth Quayle will be doing the workshop today, and I will be there as well. And she's amazing. And so I really look forward to seeing all of your faces tonight and tomorrow. And Hannah has been posting and sending the replay. Sometimes I find if you do meditations more than once, like, because I often do that for like other meditations I've listened to, have a different experience each time. And so it can be nice to go back and revisit as well. So you will have the opportunity to do that until the end of next week. So thank you all for being here. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you later tomorrow morning. All right. Take care, everybody.